Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple and Google Play stores. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board will on Friday formally usher in a new era in its leadership as its outgoing registrar, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, hands over to his successor, Professor Sheguaino. The board announced that the official handover ceremony would hold on Friday, July 31, 2026 by 10 in the morning with a live broadcast on its official social media platforms. In a notice, JAMB invited the public to witness what it described as a significant milestone in the board's leadership journey. The ceremony marks the end of Oloyede's tenure as registrar, which expires on July 31, and the official commencement of INO's leadership of the examination body. In a major step to further modernize and digitize healthcare delivery, Ogun State has inaugurated its State Digital Health Technical Working Group and Stakeholders Committee. The initiative, which is in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health, aimed to drive data-driven, accessible healthcare across the state. Taiwo Fabajo report.
Healthcare in the modern age demands speed, accuracy, and access. That's why the Ogun State Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health, brought together key stakeholders in the health sector, including development partners, private hospitals, with plan to ensure full switch to digital health care. Delivering the opening address, the Permanent Secretary, Ogun State Ministry of Health, Dr. Kayode Oladende, said the goal is to have a responsive and adequate plan for healthcare that leverages technology to improve service delivery. In their goodwill messages, representatives of the development partners congratulate Ogun State for aligning with the National Digital Health Agenda and pledge continued support for initiatives that strengthen primary health care.
This will now inform Nigeria to take right decision with quality data, and by extension pushing towards achieving universal health coverage.
Continue to support initiatives that optimize health indices in the state, while also providing support to this technical working group.
Also speaking, Director of ICT, Ogun State Ministry of Health, explained that the committee's core mandate is to promote digital literacy and access to health with well-documented data anywhere in the country.
To create that environment that every patient interaction generates a usable data. Every facility can exchange information securely.
Inaugurating the committee, the Ogun State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, says the initiative is also to have quality and comprehensive data of patients.
We can proudly all together celebrate the fact that, as I said, we have 60 health facilities that are fully digitized, operational, and the gala agenda.
The Permanent Secretary in the Hospital Management Board, on behalf of the committee, promised to work with all stakeholders to achieve full implementation. The committee is expected to drive the adoption of electronic medical record, strengthen data collection, and ensure that policy decisions in the health sector are based on accurate, real-time information. With the inauguration of this technical group, Ogun State is positioning itself to lead in digital health innovation. Taiwo Fabajo, OGTV News.
Scores of Nigerians, majorly the poor, have received free medical care in a medical outreach put together by the Ogun State branch of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, in Abeokuta. The Executive Committee of the NMA Ogun State branch, led by Dr. Pauluwa Ogunjimi, is also using the week to cement mutual and cordial relationship between the general public and the medical practitioners. Fowora Adesonwo report.
For the Nigerian Medical Association Ogun State branch, time for stock taking, evaluation, projection, and planning back to the society is here.
Health is wealth, and prevention is better than cure. So we are doing cervical cancer screening. We are also doing hepatitis screening. Yesterday was World Hepatitis Day, so we have used the opportunity as well to screen our people.
At the Comprehensive Health Center, Totoro Abeokuta, the aged, young, and the middle-aged took time to take full opportunity of a free medical outreach organized by the body targeted at the needy.
We are here for general bodies treatment, cervical cancer screening, and I was given drugs.
The beneficiaries, who kept on coming out in droves, appreciate the Nigerian Medical Association for its care and support at a critical period of global recession.
When I was a student nurse, one of my colleagues was maltreated. She was slapped by patients. The patient thought she didn't hear or she didn't listen to her. So she thought she was walking out of her. Then she slapped her from behind. Then after the incident, they had to send the patient out of the hospital.
They say in return, violence against the medical practitioners should not be encouraged.
You have another patient, yes, the person is also an emergency, but it's not as bad as that one. You know, the chance of losing this one is almost 100%, and the chance of losing this one is like 70. So you would try to intervene in this one, and the relative of the other patient will now feel like, yes, our own is more bad, but they are not attending to us. But you are trying to look at which one can we, as in, can we win? Which battle can we win? There's some battle has already been lost. So, but still, the patient will now interpret it as if the healthcare workers are biased.
Some medical practitioners said a lot is being done to address the issue of violence against medical practitioners, including stimulating variable partnership between the government and philanthropists in the society in the area of equipment procurement and recruitment of personnel. According to some medical workers, with patients, orientation, bonding, and commitment, the institutions will be on a better standing again. Adefowura Adesanwo, OGTV News.
The Department of State Services on Wednesday arraigned 5 suspected members of the Jamaatul Ansarul Muslimina, popularly known as Ansaru, before the Federal High Court in Abuja over the May 15 abduction of pupils and teachers in Uri local government area of Oyo State and the alleged killing of 2 victims. The defendants are Mahmoud Mohammed, also known as Abu Bara, and Abbas Mukhtar, Ilyas Isa Adam, and Malam Mamadou al-Nigeri, Abdurazak Umar, also known as Abu Khalifa, Yunusa Musa, Ilyas Abu Yunusa bin Musa, and Shamsu Adamu Sani, also known as Abu Itisa. They pleaded not guilty to a 6-count charge bordering on terrorism, conspiracy, aiding terrorism, and concealment of information. According to the charge, the federal government alleged that Madu and Abbas ordered members of the Ansaru terrorist group to kidnap and kill victims across the country if they were arrested, and with the aim of compelling the government to accede to their demands. Stakeholders at the public hearing on the proposed Ogun State Agricultural Advancement and Sustainability Bill 2025 have commended the Ogun State House of Assembly for the initiative, describing it as a timely intervention capable of repositioning the agricultural sector to boost food security, employment generation, and sustainable economic growth. Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Ludaisi Elamide, said stakeholders' contributions would assist the state government in putting the necessary machinery in place to create an enabling environment for the agricultural sector to thrive. Correspondent Kula Oliosho covered details are in this package.
Agriculture remains a critical driver of economic growth, providing livelihoods, creating employment opportunities, and supplying raw materials for industries. It was against this backdrop that the Ogun State House of Assembly convened a public hearing on the proposed Agricultural Advancement and Sustainability Bill 2025 to obtain stakeholders' input on measures to strengthen mechanization, irrigation, and agricultural infrastructure across the state. Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, said the proposed legislation represents a major step towards repositioning agriculture as a key driver of food security, rural development, and economic prosperity in Ogun State.
It will foster integration of artificial intelligence, that is AI, digital technologies and data-driven systems into agricultural development through the establishment of an AI-powered agri-data center for weather forecasting, soil analysis, monitoring, and early warning alerts.
The chairman, House Committee on Agriculture, Honorable Waliu Ode, represented by the vice chairman, Honorable Olusegun Odunuga Kaka, said the engagement was designed to provide farmers, agricultural associations, researchers, and investors with an opportunity to contribute to the proposed legislation and promote peaceful coexistence within farming communities. In their submissions, the representatives of Public-Private Partnership, Mr. Chuks Obi, and the chairman, Group Managing Director of Olusojo Peters Group of Companies Nigeria Limited, Dr. Olusojo Peters Olugbemiga Adegoke, commended the Assembly for the initiative and called for the inclusion of technology and scientific innovations in the bill.
Is that project assets, when it comes to agriculture, also needs to be maintained by the private sector investors. I want to appreciate the legislation of the state government, but this thinking across the I'm looking for this. Thank you.
Also contributing, the representative of the Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Taiwo Oluwole, and the chairman of Yewa North Local Government, Dr. Olushola Akinbode, advocated the establishment of a community farm development scheme, as well as increased investment in agricultural mechanization and irrigation to boost food production.
We want to consider establishing agricultural empowerment scheme. Also, I feel that there should be a great reward for youth, which will be a kind of attraction, a pull effect.
The sponsor of the bill, Honorable Dr. Babatunde Tella, assured stakeholders that all submissions made during the public hearing will be carefully considered to strengthen the bill. He added that the legislation would incorporate science and artificial intelligence-driven innovations to encourage farmers, improve productivity, and accelerate the economic development of Ogun State.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is working towards the holistic development of the livestock sector of agriculture by establishing a full-fledged Ministry of Livestock in Nigeria. The move aims at addressing the challenges of livestock production and boosting the production of various species of livestock nationwide, with Ogun State among the first 7 states. Senator Olamilekan Adeola dropped the hint during the 2nd edition of a massive Farmers Empowerment Program held at Ashadi Agundoye Pavilion in Laro Yewa, Ogun State. The program brought to the fore the need for a new approach to 3 fundamental issues affecting food self-sufficiency in Nigeria.
Farmers across Ogun State converged on the Ashade Agundoye Pavilion to witness the 2nd edition of Senator Olamilekan Adeola's Mega Farmers Empowerment Program. Among the items distributed to trained farmers across all 20 local government areas of Ogun State and organized clusters were tractors, haulage tricycles, water pumps, sprayers, bags of MPK fertilizer, home kits fertilizers, seeds, growth enhancers, and cassava stems, among others. Delivering his address, Senator Olamileko Adeola said the empowerment program targeted at addressing some of the challenges faced by farmers is in line with the renewed hope agenda on food security of President Tinubu's administration.
Over 100 clusters are benefiting from equipment and input to enhance their productivity and lessen their identified challenges that they face in important occupation. The farmers are going to jointly or individually empower with a total number of 10 tractors with full attachment, 250 Olex Tricycle, 8,000 NPK urea fertilizers, 1,000 solar and gasoline water pump, 1,000 seed planters, 17 power tillers. In addition, each of the farmers are going home with a cash grant of 100,000 naira.
He promised not to relent in his efforts to facilitate development projects for his constituents and the state as a whole. The chairman of the Yayi Empowerment Program Committee, Engineer Kunle Osun, and some members said the program is aimed at elevating poverty and improving the well-being of the people of the state.
Everywhere in Ogun State is going to be populated with what we call agricultural revolution. By the time, this is the second edition. By the time it goes on the third and fourth edition, you will discover that everywhere is filled with what we call the people, the real people, who knows what is agriculture.
This empowerment program reflects Senator Yayi's commitment to support ordinary people, particularly farmers and market women, by providing practical assistance that can help improve their livelihood.
There were goodwill messages from political leaders who graced the event, describing Senator Olamileko Adeola as a man of the people. Farmers' representatives and beneficiaries said the first edition of the Yayi Farmers Empowerment Program had turned them into seasoned mechanized farmers. The high point of the program was the symbolic presentation of tractors, planters, and other items to the beneficiaries.
For victory at the polls come 2027 general elections, there is need for unity and harmony among party members. Honorable Jibril Olumide Yusuf, an All Progressives Congress APC member and a consultant to Governor Dapo Abiodun, stated this at a stakeholders meeting held in Ota. Elizabeth Sasson, who was part of the meeting, reports that the meeting had in attendance executive members from the 16 wards, local government executives of the APC and councillors. Her report.
Executive members of All Progressives Congress from the 16 wards, party executive from Ado-Dota local government, and councillors at a stakeholders meeting ahead of 2027 general elections. The meeting has as its theme Unity and Harmony for 2027 general elections victory, calling all APC members in Ado-Dota local government to work together for a common goal come 2027. The convener, Honorable Jibril Olumide Yusuf, while appreciating members of the party for their support, calls for unity of purpose by all and take the message to nooks and crannies of the local government in order to deliver all candidates of the party victorious at the polls.
Work towards units to units. Let us go back to our people with one message. APC has delivered, and APC will deliver more and more.
Some of the party leaders in their separate remarks commend the initiative of Honorable Yusuf, promising to intensify efforts at ensuring that history is made in the council area come 2027.
All I would just require us to do is to continue with the good work we have been doing. APC has never failed in the Ado-Dota, and I believe we can never fail.
All youth to work effectively for this party election so that we can win our various units and this local government.
As a member of this Ogun West constituency, we are going to galvanize our people to vote, to move people out to vote en masse for APC.
They said no stone will be left unturned at enlightening and sensitizing members on the need to be massively involved at ensuring 100% victory for APC candidates.
Elizabeth Esson, OGTV News.
The Yayi Progressive Movement YPM Youth and Student Wing has intensified grassroots mobilization across the state with a solidarity trek involving thousands of youths and students in Abeokuta in support for Senator Solomon Olamilekun Adeola. The exercise, which commenced at the MQ Abiola Sport Arena and terminated at the Ake Palace, highlighted the group's commitment to youth engagement, unity and sustained support for the Senator's leadership and developmental initiatives. Olaide Oloye Sholwadi report.
The Solidarity Trek began at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena, Kuto, with participants drawn from various parts of Ogun State, marching through Kuto Garage, Ibara and Shapo before arriving at the Ake Palace. Clad in branded t-shirts and carrying banners and placards bearing messages of solidarity, the youth and students marched peacefully with songs of support for Senator Solomon Adeola, attracting cheers from residents and supporters along the route. Addressing participants, the convener of the Yayi Progressive Movement, Armstrong Akintunde, said the Solidarity Trek was organized to appreciate Senator Adeola's contributions to youth empowerment, educational advancement, and community development.
Senator Solomon Olamilekun, by virtue of his impact in the lives of we the youth in Ogun State, we don't have any choice than to support the cause and make sure that come 2027 there is a landslide victory for him. And you can see that what we've been able to do today is to pass the message across to the entire state that the youth, the students, the youth, they are not just the future leader. Currently, we are giving them the opportunity to lead by example.
Other organizers, including the co-convener, urged the young people to remain united, peaceful and actively engaged in the democratic process, stressing that responsible political participation is crucial to sustainable development, good governance, and nation building.
Youth and students, they came around and they said they want to be part of this, that they want to really show that the youth and students are ready to be part of the mobilization for Yayi and Ashwaju, and that is why we are doing this.
Senator Adeola Yayi is a very marketable name, which many of the youths are so much in love with. Just a few days ago, he facilitated 5,312 bursaries and scholarships for Nigerian students in Ogun State. So what more can we hope for? We believe that when he becomes the governor, it will be in multiple fold. So Nigerian students will have a better deal.
Some participants described Senator Adeola as an accessible and responsive leader whose programs have inspired many young people. They pledge to sustain grassroots mobilization while promoting peaceful, issue-based political participation throughout the state. The Solidarity Trek ended at the Ake Palace, where Senator Solomon Olamilekun Adeola expressed appreciation to the participants for their show of support